Good morning, everybody. My name is Alejandra Castillo Beltran. I'm part of the course English 5, and I'm going to do the video of the task 1 personal plan for learning improvement. I'm going to answer some questions stipulated in the guide, in the activity guide, and then mm, I'm going to download and present the video. So, first, how well do I interact and respond in conversations? Well, I believe I have a very fluently skills in the speaking, talking about the speaking part. I feel confident when I'm talking, so I like to be very clear when I'm interacting with somebody, and also want my ideas to be clear. And if I do not understand something from another person having a conversation, any ideas, thoughts, or topics we're talking about, I like to make that clear and start asking something that I don't have clear in mind or I do not understand. So I like to ask. And for myself, I'm very understandable. I very fluently and I'm very clear, giving some examples of what I'm talking about, so I could be all clear with the person. And depending on the context that I'm situated in or I find myself, is how I speak to. How accurate it's my use of grammar when I'm speaking and writing. I believe it's very accurate. I feel myself understandable and a student person. I'm very yeah. I do have a street English, but it is because I have been living in United States before, and I have this English in from the street. I do not have like a academical or a student or yeah, academical English, but I would like to make my English a little bit more professional in order to make my ideas a little bit more clear for a person in a context that is more professional or educational. But I believe my grammar when I'm speaking or writing, eventually it's all about clearly giving some examples for the person to understand me, because I want people to or I want myself to be very understandable. How clearly do I express my ideas in writing and speaking? As I said before, I like to be very clear. I like to give, and I'm gonna say this again. I like to say and give examples of whatever thoughts, whatever ideas, or whatever topic I'm talking about. I like to give idea examples about what I'm talking, because that makes like context, or that makes a background of what I'm talking about. So I like to expand my ideas in order to be clear. So I do consider myself a clear person where I'm talking in English. Um, and I express myself very well. Yeah, I believe so. I hope so. How effectively do I use a variety of vocabulary in my writing and speaking? Do I feel I have enough vocabulary to express myself? I do. I do think I have a very long and enough vocabulary to express myself, but it's not the vocabulary for a professional or educational way that, for example, the university is asking for. I have an English from the street, I have an English for regular friends talking, but I do not have the vocabulary to talk with a tutor from school, because that's where I have to learn, and that's I know that I have to improve my skills in order to have professional English speaking and writing skills. Mm, how fluent and current I am I when I speaking in English? Do I feel confident when I request to talk in English? 100%. Yeah, I do feel myself confident talking in English. I believe it was because when I was living in United States, I was forced to improve my English skills, even talking and writing it, because it was most of the communication part that I was dealing with. So I do feel confident when I'm speaking in English, even though if I'm in front of a native speaker, I do feel confident with it. And I believe I have some coherence. I do not have the one that is requested for, and I 100% know that I have to improve in that, in my coherence. But so far, I believe I have the coherence enough to make the people understand me. So, but I know that I have to improve on it. And that will be all the questions. Thank you so much. Again, this is the video for the course English 5, Task 1, Personal Plan for Learning Improvement, Language Improvement. Thank you.